great to be with everyone. Honored to be here. And yeah, my name is John. I'm the founder of 3DOS, and we're building the world's largest decentralized manufacturing platform, starting with 3D printing. Now, over 10 years ago, I had this vision to make manufacturing easy. So these 3D printers came out, and there was a lot of latency, and I hate latency. And the idea was how do we make it so easy you can just upload a design and have it 3D printed? So we created an operating system. Today, the operating system is used by all the top universities like MIT, Harvard, Yale, Google, John Deere, NASA. And we started these localized networks, and anyone can just upload a design and have it printed locally. But the real vision was, how do we decentralize manufacturing globally? So we were looking for partners and technology that could get us there. And Deepin, before even Deepin was a thing, was an interesting way that we can coordinate idle assets, machines, and demand, and connect them on blockchain using a smart contract. So before we go into more of the technology, let's talk about what the problem is. So as we know, that supply chains are broken. This was broken long ago, even before COVID. We're not going to have everything made in the same country. Everything has to be more decentralized. This is a top agenda for most companies, is to bring things onshore. And this is accelerating. And every company's trying to figure out, how do I make things locally at the point of need, time of need? As you may know, manufacturing is the core foundation that money stands on. If we don't make stuff, there's no money, there's no banks, there's no Wall Street, there's no crypto. So manufacturing has helped bring countries from poverty levels up to civilized levels in a very quick amount of time. So we have some competitors, and these are Web 2 competitors, and everyone knows Alibaba, very centralized. You've got Protolabs, these are billion-dollar companies, and they're semi-decentralized. Maybe they have a location in the US, Japan, but they have thousands of employees. And so we started looking at this problem. We said, okay, look, how do we do this? How do we create this coordination layer, make it so easy that everyone that has capacity, millions of machines around the world, can be found, and people that want to use that capacity can utilize it in a very short, low latency way. So if you look at 3D printing alone, it's a $100 billion market. And what we realized is while Alibaba is very centralized and almost has no designer needs, there needs to exist something that's fully decentralized that protects the designs for IP holders, right? You want to get royalties for things you make. So just imagine uploading a design, and within seconds you're selling it around the world. So how it works is very simple. It starts with a CAD design. You just upload it. The system takes that in, and then it selects a manufacturer like Uber. We have 80,000 printers around the world. We have 500,000 users. We've done 4 million parts, 1 million parts last year. And then the buyers also know they get an authentic part, because you can check the provenance of that part through the blockchain. So that's a little overview of the network. Europe and US are probably ahead of everyone else, but it's growing pretty quickly. And we just launched on SUI mainnet last week, so we expect this to really explode. Here's an example of a part. This is a Kawasaki part. And so a Norwegian ship in Africa needed this part. And this is a real problem. If you have a critical part that needs to end up somewhere, the military, they have to fly F-16s to get these parts to places sometimes. So in this case, Kawasaki felt safe. We created their NFT for the design, so they know they'll get royalties. And everything's tracked here. You can see the TPU, it's an BASF Ultrasen, there's an HP printer. And so you can track the provenance as well. So how do we beat the incumbents? When you look at blockchain, look at USDC is a great example. USDC allows anyone to transfer money at the speed of light. And you look at banks that have thousands of employees, hundreds of thousands of employees. I don't know what they're doing all day. I send a wire, it takes a few days. If I put, it's really cumbersome. So speed is number one. We can send parts globally at the speed of light. The efficiency, the smart contract efficiency is amazing. I can program the rules into the smart contract. I don't need thousands of people inside my company middlemaning transactions. I can route to highly efficient nodes that are good producers, and I can look at the load on a system. So if I need to have one part made or a million parts made, I can route that in a very automated and efficient way that's self-governed. And you've got authenticity, right? So this is like the NFT. I know my parts are authentic. And the person that wants to load up their whole inventory knows that they're going to get royalties. So these are some of the amazing things that are in the DNA of blockchain. So, our goal is to start with 3D printing because we already have a huge network, we have a lot of traction, but ultimately we want to do CNC, water jet, you name it, right? So just like Amazon started with books, we'll start with 3D printing, but the platform will be open to all kinds of capacity. Most people don't know that there's manufacturing capacity next door. They always think, I gotta go to Alibaba, I gotta go to China. There is manufacturing capacity all over the place, and those people struggle on a daily basis to broadcast the capacity. Today they're spending tons of money on Google ads, marketing, $200 for cost of acquisition. In our system, broadcast capacity in real time. So yeah, we talked about the 3D printing market. That's like a $105 billion market, kind of give the trajectory. It's about 2 million desktop printers made. Today, there'll be 22 million made in the next 5 years, and the prices are coming down. A $500 printer today can compete with like a $200,000 printer from just 10 years ago. And the on-demand manufacturing market's going to reach $1 trillion. So we'll play a little video. This was a little video made for our investors, and this will give you an overview of 3DOS, and then we'll do a demo. The $12 trillion manufacturing market is in trouble. Supply chains are stuck. There's an over-reliance on offshore manufacturing. We are exposed to raw material shortages, rising shipping costs, and logistical breakdowns. And manufacturing is too costly, so only the big players can seriously compete. But what if you could manufacture products on demand, in real time, wherever they were needed in the world? No inventories, no supply chain. If it's not purchased, it's not made. With one click, the item would appear at its target location, like it had teleported directly from the designer's mind. All of a sudden, control of the $12 trillion manufacturing market would shift to designers, and current supply chains could disappear. 3DOS hopes to be the world's largest decentralized manufacturing network built on blockchain technology. And we have the vision and experience to achieve just that. Over 8 years ago, I co-founded the world's first operating system for 3D printers. Today, 3D PrintOS runs on over 60,000 printers in 120 countries, making it one of the largest networks of 3D printers in the world. Over 200,000 designers at the most prestigious international organizations use 3D PrintOS, including MIT, Harvard, Google, John Deere, NASA, and the US Navy. I realized that by combining 3D PrintOS with blockchain technology, it would be possible to decentralize manufacturing, and that's 3DOS. Here's how it works. Designers upload their designs to the 3DOS system. 3DOS mints that design as an NFT, giving the designer ownership of that design and royalties for life. People around the world go to the 3DOS site and hit print. The design gets sent to a local 3D printing partner for collection or fast shipping. 3DOS earns a transaction fee on each purchase, and designers make money on each sale with zero risk. That's because there's no inventory to hold. And owners of 3D printers turn idle assets into money printing machines. It could be a new design or existing products. 3DOS is already working closely with advisors from global suppliers like Stanley Black & Decker and GCAN to achieve our potentially world-changing vision. And by 2025, we aim to have customers ordering products using the 3DOS network because decentralization is key to the 3DOS vision. We want anyone to have a chance to benefit from this potential shift in manufacturing. Join as an investor today. So that should give you a quick overview, that's a commercial. But this is the vision. Actually, we're ahead of schedule. So we're very excited, and we're excited to work with the Suite team. And I'm going to show you a quick demo. We just launched on mainnet last week, and here's some of the things that you can already do. So if you want to just log in, it's super simple. Just enter now. You can search. So if, let's say you're in New York, you can just type in New York. These are all the nodes, the 3D printing nodes. You can hover over it and see the kind of machines, the kind of materials, PLA, PTG. And if you know nothing about 3D printing, as most people don't, you can just search designs and you can log in, and now we have ZK login, and this is what's great. You don't have to know anything about crypto, right? You just click a button with your Gmail, it creates a wallet address in split seconds. You can search inventories that's connected to the internet, and you download it to your project. So if you want that whistle, it immediately pulls it into the file repository, models it, that's exactly how it's gonna be printed. And then within split seconds, in real time, with zero latency, you hit print, it live camera views into the machine, and you're making parts, right? So if you make 1 or 1 million, it doesn't matter, right? It's fully elastic, right? And so this democratizes manufacturing. This is like a lot of other printers on the network, and they're being utilized way beyond initially. People use them like cappuccino machines before, walk up to them and use them. So here's an example of another part, and we just launched this, and it will automatically create an estimate. So if you know nothing about pricing, so this cost me like 50 cents to make, but saying, you should sell it for $23. Plenty of margin, right? You could actually mess this up a lot of times and still get it out the door. So the system will suggest a price, and you could sell this on Amazon, eBay, whatever. As soon as it's purchased, we find our printer close to the zip code of the person that wants it, and it gets made. And there's a lot of cool data tracking here. So this is connected to the SUI network now, and you can get points. So if you're printing for other people, you get points. We're testing our algorithms, reward systems. The system has something called proof of print. So every time you print, that's a unique signature. Even if I print that same object 1,000 times, that animated GIF with all the telemetry and all that data that's coming off that machine, we know it actually printed, right? So it's really hard to fake the system. And so here's how it's connected to the SUI network. It looks like this launched last week. There's like, I think it's 27,000 NFTs I checked this morning. So these are all the print jobs that are getting recorded to the blockchain. And we also have AI detection. So this is interesting. So this is an ability through the web camera. So you can see this is a failed print. So we can detect that. And if the person needs to reprint it, we know that, okay, it failed. They can print again. And so you can see here, it looks like it's going okay. And the AI video detection saw that it failed, right? So pretty advanced system. You can also upload to GCAN Aerospace. They've got 5 locations around the world for industrial parts. And there's so many more things we're coming out with. So that's a quick overview of the platform. There's a lot of payment rails, and this is our vision. By 2025, actually it's already 2024, to be able to start selling products around the world, spare parts, and there's a lot of interesting consumer products, and people that have always wanted to create a business but didn't want to go to Shark Tank and pony up a lot of money, get a bunch of inventory, put it into warehousing. I mean, if you sell 1 or 1 million, is it the red ones that's going to sell, the blue one? You could instantly find out. And we've got a lot of existing customers, and they're very excited about this. And I've told them, like, we're testing this with like the crypto stuff, and they're excited because we're kind of guinea pigs, right? Like no one in institutions bought Bitcoin or crypto until we tested it out. So all these customers are thinking, how do I have no inventory? How do I make it so that some of these spare parts that I have to like estimate and keep it all over the world, that's a huge cost. Like if you don't know, Nike had to burn 70% of its inventory after COVID because they made too much. That cost was too big. So this is a new way to make things, and we're very excited to launch this. And some people say we're building like Alibaba for manufacturing, right? And so think 3D printing, think CNC, fill in the blank. This is all coordination later, and I think this is the future of blockchain, is deepen. Real product, service, and goods that are be traded around the world, where designer rights matter and localized manufacturing limits supply chain bottles. So thank you for your time, and if you ever want to contact me, there's my email, and excited to be with you. Thank you.